What's up, everyone? Back at you again with another video. Today I'm doing some Uber Eats because, like I said before, it's a little side hustle. I do this from time to time. So I'm already actually into the app right now. I got to go to two spots. The first spot is for $19.75, and the next spot is plus $8 and some change. So typically, I think the first stop will be one stop. Typically, when it's high like that, it's probably two stops. I think it's one stop, but because it's high like that, from my location to the next location, it's going to be quite some distance. So I'm going to go pick up from there, and then I'm going to go pick up from the next restaurant, and we're going to go deliver this stuff. And we're going to see how much I can make in however much time I'm going to do this for. Not sure how long I'm going to do this. Probably going to do something. I feel like I make a good enough money. I mean, right now it's already $148. So I'm not trying to be out here all day. But like I said, we got to see how long it's going to take to make some pretty decent money. You know, well, my decent might be different from your decent. Anyway, let's get it started. Okay, so here's the first one. Now I'm going to pick up from the next spot. All right, so I got both orders right there. 1, 2, bam. So I'm driving to the second stop first, actually. It wants me to go to the second stop. Good old Bona. And then from there, I'll be going to the next city over to drop off the sushi order. All right, so we can go over some of my experiences I had when doing Uber Eats, and especially like with the high dollar orders. And I mean, the most I had was actually a couple weeks ago. I believe that was like a $30 order, or $29, almost $30, not quite. I believe that's the most I had. But see, that was 2 orders though, so you break them up. Just say $15 each. You know, obviously one was more than the other, but break it up, $15 each. You know, and I had to drive. It was like 22 miles total, I think. 22, 23 miles total. But that's one thing I did notice about like the Uber. Is like sometimes they kind of trick you. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen, it kind of trick you a little bit sometimes. It's like they say, okay, go ahead and take this $22 order, right? And sometimes it might not show with the 1 in parentheses or 2 in parentheses showing it's a double order. You know, because you want to click, you want to try to click it fast too. I mean, that's, I guess that you could say that's kind of the person's fault as well if you clicking it fast. But I could have sworn sometimes it doesn't show you if it's going to be 2 orders. You know, so you thinking like, oh man, this one customer tipped good and the fare is a good amount of travel. You know, so that's one thing to consider. That if you see a high dollar order, more like you're gonna be doing a little bit of driving than, you know, a $5, $6 order. And that's one thing too. It all depends on the tips, but you know, some of the orders might be $6, $7, right? Bam, and it might be right up the street, like 3 minutes away. And you get some orders that's $6, $7, but it's a little bit further away. You know, so it's kind of like, yeah, when we got to pick and choose in the battle. But at the same time, you kind of don't want to cancel the jobs that they give you, because it kind of hurts you a little bit and stuff like that. So you kind of want to accept as much as they give you. But you know, a lot of times I do not accept it or hit the X, because it's just not going to be worth my time doing it. You know, when a couple minutes later something else might pop up and bam, that's even more money, and it's closer. So that's one thing to consider about this. You know, we trying to make as much money as possible with as, you know, shorter distance as possible, if that makes sense, you know, without using so much distance. But we want to make as much money. That's how you win it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be driving a long period of time and only making pennies. Let's go. Dropping one off, taking a photo. Bam, I'm on my way out. So yeah, this is like what I mean right here. You see, like this stop is 17 minutes away from me, you know, and it's probably already been like 30 minutes already. So that's one thing to consider when you're doing like the high orders and stuff like that. You're gonna be, from my experience, you're gonna be driving a good amount unless somebody's tipping you pretty good. All right, so I arrived for this one. So yeah, technically it's only been 2 orders. Right now it's 2:52. I believe I started this at 2 o'clock, but I see why the tip was pretty high, because this is a pretty nice neighborhood. Okay, so I'm gonna go take this up there, and we're gonna see what else pops up next. Okay, look at that. Something just popped up right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it from McDonald's. Why not? Okay. All right, so right here at McDonald's, as you can see, and the line is a little long. So when I get to McDonald's, typically I always go inside because I ain't got time to sit and wait in the line. Even though when you get inside, you probably got to wait still. But I'm going inside. The thing about McDonald's, what they do differently than a lot, practically most other restaurants, is they ask you for a code instead of the name. So I'm probably going to show footage of that. Let's go.
Have you been helped yet?
No.
Should go that?
Uber.
Over. What's code?
25D73. The wait process. Well, I mean, every location different. Yeah.
What was the code again?
25D73. Thank you. Okay, so this one is actually going to a hotel. So that means I got to go find the suite and, you know, drop it off there. Yada yada. Fun stuff. You know, you're going to have to do apartments in hotels and all that good stuff. Uber will do this as well. So I've still got to go deliver the McDonald's order, but it sent me an order before I, you know, finish dropping off this order I'm in. So this Panda Express order will be my 4th order. So far, we got what? $20 order, $8 order, and 2 $7 orders. All right, we're gonna go find 210. Find 210. They're getting close. Bam. Right here. Okay, so remember I told you guys I had a Panda Express order for $7. Well, at the same location I got another order for $9. So I got 2 Panda Express orders. One was for $7 and change, one was for $9 and change. Let's do it.
That one's for Valerie on your left. Got it? Thank you.
As you can see, that's what it looked like when you got 2 orders. You can see the details. Bam, bam, bam. That's what that person got. Details, yada, yada, yada. All right, check both of those boxes. Then you want to start the delivery. Bam, there we go. All right, so the first Panda Express order is pretty easy. It's like 4 minutes away. This next one's 13 minutes away. The cool thing, though, about, you know, the whole pandemic and all this, that is, it's pretty much you just drop it at the front door and leave. You ain't got to wait. Majority of them, you ain't got to do contact. Some people say meet at the door, and you kind of understand the situation, but most of the time it's leave it at the door, on to the next. Yeah, so I definitely got to say, lunch and dinner is the best time to make the most money. Now, depending on the day, it's the weekend and Sunday. You know, Saturdays and Sundays at that too. You know, because people off, more people off, and people just probably don't want to go out. This way you're gonna make the money is lunch and dinner. You know, breakfast time you can make the money too there. It's a hit or miss, but the weekends would be pretty fair. Like if I started today at like 8, you know what I'm saying, and probably finished, or you know, going into now, I'm pretty sure I'd be at a good amount more than what I'm at right now. So that's one thing to consider. But like I said, not sure how long I'm gonna be doing this today. We're just doing it to see how much money we can make, right? That's what we're trying to do. I'm trying to help you see how much money you can make. All right, so I just completed 5 trips, so we're gonna see how much I made so far. No orders popped up, which is why I'm making this little short clip right now. No orders popped up. One thing to consider when you're doing this, if no orders popping up for you, try to drive around an area, you know, or nearby area where there's restaurants, because more likely that order will pop up eventually. Okay, so right now I said I made $6.93 for the last trip. Mind you, that was 2 trips. Right there it says 5 trips completed, but that's not the complete total. You know, it usually takes within an hour for the tips to come through. When I first started doing Uber, I saw tips right away. You know, now they changed it, saying they wait and see if a customer's going to send you more than what was, you know, promised. Okay, so as you can see, I'm scrolling down, $3.90. All these $20 right here. Majority, yeah, all these I'm waiting on tips to come through. Now you see this check mark right here? That means somebody tipped. So these right here, They didn't tip yet. Let me see how much this one is. Yeah, so this one right here, this trip was $28. So I'm waiting on the $8 to come through, and so on. All right, so far, you know what I'm saying, I'm still waiting on a couple tips to come in. I'm at like $40-something. Right now, I got to pick up at Sonic. So let's go inside. This is the first time I've ever picked up here. Should be the same process as everything else. Actually, never mind. I had to go through drive-through for this one, and these are all drinks. Customers orders are all drinks. You know, you kind of rarely, I mean, well, not say rarely, but you don't really get drinks a lot. Not as much as food, obviously, you know. But, yeah. So, these are all drinks. I think this is the first time I think I had an all-drink order. So, this customer's like 5 minutes away. 2.1 miles. Let's do it. All right, so it is 5:29 right now. It is dark outside, as you can see. I got the light going on. Right now, I am 42 miles into E. I am $73 in. Focus. $73.92 in. Did 8 trips, so I got this trip going on right here. Funny thing, I actually just came from this McDonald's back to this McDonald's. So take this over. This is about a $12 order, and we're gonna keep it going. I want to keep it going at least. For like another hour or two to see how it is. You know, it's dark outside, so it gets really hard when it's dark outside to see the addresses. So you might have to have a flashlight or something like that. I'm used to delivering in the dark, so yeah. But I got to get driving because I've been sitting right here too long. Let's go. All right, little update. Just picked up at Dairy Queen. You guys see that? Yeah. This is my 11th trip. Heading over there. Should be at about $100. So it's been, I think I started this about 2 o'clock. Let's just say we started at 2 o'clock. Almost 7, you know. So yeah, about 5 hours. $100. Pretty decent. Do I feel like I need a little bit more? Yes. Am I greedy? No. Maybe a little bit. All right, the time is now 6:52. Okay, I'm over here at Habanero Mexican restaurant. I got 2 orders. This order total says $22 right now. Okay. Right now I'm at $99.38. 11 trips completed. So these 2 will bring me to 13 trips. Still going at it. I'm thinking for another about maybe hour or 2, 2.5. We're gonna see. Trying to make as much as possible. You're trying to make that cash. So like I said, lunch and dinner is going to be your busiest times. Time is now 7:35. I actually got to go inside the mall and pick up an order for Fridays, TGI Fridays. So I'm going to go inside and grab that. And yeah. Good old Fridays. All right, so I just finished up the Fridays order. I actually had a Denny's order as well to do. And both of those orders are a little bit annoying. Now, Denny's not so much, I understand, but the Fridays, I went in there to Fridays, you know, basically told the worker who I'm here for, da-da-da-da. Make a long story short, the bag's sitting there the whole time. So it's like, you know, it was sitting right there. I'm pretty sure it was right there the whole time. So, you know, I was waiting around for like 8 minutes and the bag was right there, you know, because I didn't get the chance to look at the name, you know, that worker did for me. But so I'm like, wait a minute. Like, what's going on? Like, this bag's just sitting here. I don't see nobody else coming to get it because somebody came and got the one bag, you know. So that's something to keep in mind, you know. Just make sure you, I guess, check all the order names.
In a quarter mile, make a left turn on Theodore Street.
And as far as Denny's looked like they were short-staffed, so it took like at least 5 minutes for somebody to come up to the front, and then had to go to the back to get the food. But other than that, I think I got 2 more orders right now, so that was 15 orders, so this would be 17 trips. All right, so it's 9 o'clock. I'm in the process of an order right now. Popeye's ordered, and it smells freaking delicious. Yeah, 7 minutes away, cool. This will be my 18th trip so far. That's how much I made so far. Actually, it's more than that, but like I said, the tips take forever to come through, so it's a little bit more than that. This is a $15 order. And I believe I've been online for about, let's see, I've been online for 7 hours and 33 minutes. So you know what? I'm probably going to call it a day, guys. We're going to see. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I did 20 trips today. It is All right, it's 10:05. This is how much I made so far. I still got some more tips coming in. See, 20 trips. Let's look at the weekly summary. Okay, I've been online for about 8 hours and 36 minutes. All right, it's the breakdown right here. Net fare, $86. Promotions, $34. Tips, $81 total into that right now. But let's go over to last trips. All right, so I'm still waiting on a tip for that one. That's what I just did. All right, I'm still waiting on a tip for that one. I'm still waiting on a tip for that one. Let me click on that just to make sure. Yep, still waiting on a tip for that. Okay, and got a tip for that. And as you can see, this is all. So we got, let's see, $23.76, $18.96, $24.96, $13.64, $9.52, $12.06, $7.73, and so on. I believe the most one, is $29, which is the first one, $29.61. All right, so what are my thoughts on that? I mean, for 8.5 hours, $200, pretty good. It's a little bit over $20 an hour, because if it was 10 hours and I made $200, that'd be $20 an hour. It's a little bit over $20 an hour. Now, do I think this job, do I think this job is a career? Definitely not. I do feel like you need to find a good paying job if you are considering doing Uber full time. Now, I can't speak for the taxi side. I don't know, because I don't want to do that. But I do know this is a good hustle, good side hustle. So, if you need some extra cash, but there's no benefits. There's wear and tear on your car, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Wear and tear on your tires and stuff like that. But it's a good side hustle. So I'm glad it's an option. If I want to just go out and make some quick bucks, for the day or for a couple of days, for a week, I've been doing this since like 2 o'clock, and I don't know, like I can still keep going. I feel like I can still keep going, but I want to get home. Time, I can't say time does go by pretty quick when you're doing this. Like, I only did 20 trips. Felt like I did more than that, but that's just how the time is. Going back and forth constantly. I actually had a $41 order, and I was going to do it so I can show you guys, but it's for Wendy's. But I guess the Wendy's was closed. So I had to cancel those orders. But yeah, I want to know what y'all think, though. I want to know how much y'all making doing Uber Eats or even DoorDash or whatever. I want to know. So put it in the comments and what you thought of this video. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.